everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today we are talking Fenty. You guys, I have revisited Fenty a few times on my channel. I did check out, she released a palette, I think it was around Christmas time. I did a full review on that. I wasn't obsessed. I can link the review right here if you are curious, but overall I just wasn't impressed. And since then I've kind of been real on her stuff. I also did a review of her foundation. I can link that up here as well. I don't wear that foundation a ton just because I found, it's not that it's a bad foundation, I just found, you know, other ones that I like better. So when she came out with this whole island release or whatever, I don't even know what it's called because I didn't read that far ahead. I just really kind of fell in love with the colors, and there was such an interesting concept here that I was like, I have to know the tea. So I did go ahead. I picked up all three of her new Kilowatt foils. I also picked up her eye 2-in-1 eye shimmers and her 2 sets of lip topper shimmery thingamajiggers. So I picked up all of those, and we are going to go through. We're going to swatch them, talk about them, apply them at various points throughout the face, and just kind of see if we're in love, if we like them, do we like the formulas, all that good stuff. So I thought we would start with these duos, these Kilowatt foils. Now I did go ahead, I swatched them all right here, the 3 new ones, as well as there's one down here that I don't know if you guys can see very well. I bought a control because I did not have another Fenty thing to compare it to, because there's the Kilowatt foil that she just came out with, and then there's the regular Kilowatt highlighters. So I picked up the lightning dust and fire crystal duo. So again, we're going to go through, we're going to look at those swatches, and we're going to talk about those, but I wanted you to have a way to compare it in case you were asking the same question I was, which is, why is the Kilowatt $2 more? First of all, the foil is $36, the regular is $34. So I was like, oh, there's a $2 price difference. Kilowatt foil versus regular Kilowatt. What's the tea? Is it different? Does it really look different? That's what we're going to get into. So let's go ahead and start there, and then we will kind of drift on over to the swatches on my hand, which are the 2-in-1 eyeball shimmery stick things. So let's start first by reading about the Kilowatts, the Kilowatt foils, my bad. It says on her website, which is where I did pick these up from, give it to me quick. Weightless longwear cream powder hybrid wow, that was so many words. Weightless longwear cream powder hybrid highlighter duos with a hyper metallic finish. Born in a colorful range of rule-defying shades designed to make all skin tones pop. Okay. Longwear cream to powder, okay, weightless, I will say in swatching these, they did feel very, very smooth, soft, creamy. I definitely agree with that part of it. It says here, they enter the highlight game with the same creamy texture of an original in a new mega reflective foil-like finish. With an intense metallic edge, these buildable color-rich luminizers can be rule-defying shades that look equally killer on all skin tones. I just had translucent powder under my eye, and then I itched my under eye. That was smart. These are good to create colorful dimension from cheeks to eyes to temples, blurring the line where highlight begins and eyeshadow ends. Now, this is something you guys know. I don't typically go on and look up any information when it comes to any product that's released, because I kind of want my own thought on it. But these ones, because of the colors, I was like, how are you claiming that this is a highlight? I'm sorry, could that car be any louder? Does it have a muffler? But as I was saying, the one thing that I did want to know though is how they claimed that it kind of went to all 3. And from going to her website, there was a little video, and you basically see the guy who's applying the highlight. He goes through the entire lid with them as well as up onto the cheekbone. He literally does this entire area with the Kilowatt foil shades, which again, for me, not my personal aesthetic, but they looked stunning, and I definitely wanted to see them maybe as a highlight. Some of them I think I could pull as a highlight, very few, because I am so pasty. But again, the whole point of this line is that it doesn't have to be the norm. It doesn't have to be what you could pull off. The whole thing that they are claiming, for example, is that any skin tone can pull off a blue. Any skin tone can pull off a purple or a yellow. That's their claim, is that it doesn't always have to be so predictable and so monotonous, that we can kind of free ourselves a little bit more and really just vamp the face up with color. Now overall, as a concept, I have to say I like the idea. Again, my personal aesthetic as a highlight, probably not so much. I tend to err on the side of wearable, but I'm definitely curious to give them a shot. So that's what the tea is on these. Now let's go ahead and drift over to these little 2-in-1 eye shimmers. Now these are her 2-in-1 eyeshadow duos. These are called Island Bling, and I'm sorry, they're liquid eye shimmer. These are described on her website as a limited edition double-ended liquid eyeshadow featuring metallic shimmer on one end and an iridescent glitter top coat on the other. Double dip into summer's ultimate treasure where there's more than meets the eye. Island Bling 2-in-1 liquid shimmers bring together 2 different finishes in one convenient dual-ended design, delivering sleek metallic shimmer on one side and a iridescent glitter top coat on the other. Wear them solo or layer them together to create a brand new hyper prismatic shade. That's kind of awesome. I have to say, again, in swatch, we will get to here in a second, I was really impressed with these, and I think for the price, which is 26 bucks, and just as a method of comparing, you know, how much fluid we're talking about here, it looks, from what I can see, on each end, there's a sticker, and it says Summer Fling, 0.14 fluid ounces, Rainbow, 0.14 fluid ounces. So each end should have 0.14 fluid ounces, and a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer has 0.3. So if you put this entire thing together, both of these together, you would get about as much product as what is in a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, even though mine looks busted, crusted, and nasty as hell. So that is just to kind of give you a reference point for how much product you're getting. When I swatch them, it looks like a little does go a long way. And honestly, for the price point, I'm curious about those, like more than you could know, because I've tried, you guys know, if you've been here for a minute, I have tried so many eye sparkly things that are liquid, and the only one I can normally ever get to work is the Stila. And I've tried everything from like eye glazes to, again, other stick shimmer things, and they just never work right on my eyes. They always either crease or bunch up or get kind of weird, and it's just so I'm definitely curious to see if these make the cut. So now that we've talked a shit ton, let's kind of bring you in and let's talk about colors and swatches and all that good stuff. So I think first off, let's go ahead and talk about this packaging. This is what it looks like up close. Very simple, sleek design. And if you flip it over right here, this is our first combination. This is Summer Fling and Rainbow, but it's rain as in, you know, I'm a Reign Supreme, R-E-I-N, Rainbow, which I kind of love that take. So there they are in each of their individual little tubes. Very beautiful. They actually, this one right here has micro glitter in it that matches the overall yellow tone of this one, like a green reflectant to yellow kind of situation. I don't think it'll pick up on camera, but it was a beautiful, subtle little detail that I loved. For the second one, we have Mamacita on top, and then Teeny Keeny on the bottom, and that little that one right there is the money. I don't care what you're looking at. Look at how that glows. I'm not saying the other ones aren't pretty. I'm not saying this one over here doesn't glow, but look at that reflection, child. Like, I feel like that could go inner eye, that could go under the eye, that could brighten up a look. I mean, that is damn gorgeous. Now let's talk about the packaging on these little guys right here. These are the foils. They do come with a standard full-size mirror in the palette, which is a really nice mirror. And then they are divided half and half. They're beautiful. They are both 0.12 ounces of product, which is it's a little less than like 3 Urban Decay eyeshadows, so you do get a decent amount of product in there. And again, from what I could see in these, a little bit also goes a long way, so that's good. And they do have this cute little Fenty Beauty insignia in there, which I really like as well. And I love this reflective packaging. It's a little bit different than the regular packaging, which you'll see here in a second, but you know, still beautiful. So first up we have Sandcastle, which is the brown shimmer shade, and Minted Mojito. Then we have Mimosa Sunrise in the orange and Sangria Sunset in purple. Now personally, that top lavender shimmer shade right there I am obsessed with. That is the shade 7-Day Weekend, with the purple shade below it as Poolside. Oh my god, I love those so much, even though the weird color is going in and out right now. Look at that one. Just look at it. Oh! Now we are down to the Old Style Kilowatt, and I definitely think you can see a difference in overall, you know, look to the situation. We have Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, which again, they are not nearly as reflective, I would say, as the ones up above it. Just look at them versus these guys. So I do see a difference in the foil effect, and I also do see a difference in the packaging. This is what I was talking about. These are the regular packaging for the Old Style Kilowatt, so the other ones are jazzed up a little bit. But you guys, those are all of the colors. And again, aside from being brighter, I do see a slightly more foiled finish on these ones, so I'm kind of glad that it's not a total lie. And I'm not trying to be mean, but like, am I the only one that feels like that's kind of the case sometimes? They'll be like, oh, revamped formula, oh, we changed things, and then they like want more money for it. Like, it's $2 more, and I'm over here like, why are you charging more? But at least on this one, I can kind of see, like, I can see a difference. Those are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like these are amped up just like a like a little bit more. And I do think that the consistency is also a little bit better, like it's a little bit more creamy. So that's awesome. Now I am going to take these off because otherwise I'm going to wear them all over everything I own. Like I did that the other day. Oh my God, you guys. I was filming the other day and I had swatches all over my arm. Oh, it was the palette battle. I'll link it right here. It went up yesterday, yeah, to the day that you're seeing this one. And I did the palette battles and I had so many swatches. I had 30 swatches, 30, no, more. I had a shit ton of swatches and it was ridiculous. They were all over everything. No, it would have been more than that because there was like 20 in one, 16 in the other. So like 36 swatches. Yeah, I wore them sons of bitches. Scrub them, scrub them, scrub them. Get it off my head. Woo, woo, woo. Now for this look, we're not really going for anything, you know, there's not like a palette that we're focusing on specifically as far as shadows. So I am just going to be busting into this guy right here. This is the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette. I did a full review. Again, I will link that right up there for you. It is a really beautiful palette, you guys. The mattes in here I love so much. And I thought this would be a really nice, like, good crease color, but still fun situation to kind of pull from and play from while we are going through the shimmer stick portion, because I want something that's going to play well with these, but not something that's going to steal the show. So I think these are a very nice complement. So let's go ahead and find a brush. Literally what will be printed on my tombstone. My goal is to use as many of these as possible, so I'm just, because I like overkill. So I am just going to start, I guess, with like a real walk-through crease color, which is this shade right here, the shade Hustle. We're going to start by working that bad boy into the crease. This part's not too important, but I wanted you guys to at least see what color combinations I was going in with, and that way when it comes right down to it, we'll know. I'm also really interested to try the aspect of these where they claim that they work really nicely on top of each other, because I'm going into the shade Serve now. It's just like a more caramel, a more caramely kind of brown. Oh my God. You get what I'm saying. But I'm also curious to test these out in that sense, because in my experience, a lot of times when I layer up liquid eyeshadow, that's when they tend to start getting like creasy and lumpy and bumpy and like all the not cute ways. So I'm definitely excited to try that part out as well. And I really liked with these ones specifically that they did in fact add in a darker brown, which really made me happy, because I feel like it'll help it so you can still create dimension without just having to use light shimmers. Like light liquid shimmers are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but sometimes if you're already doing that, it would be nice to say, you know, I can damn near do a whole face, or I can damn near do a whole eye look with just those, because they included that darker, it's not matte, it does have shimmer to it, but it's more matte than the other one. So I'm definitely excited to test that theory. You guys, I've got kind of this like vision in my head right now of like a cut crease type of scenario, but I don't know that I want to go that route. I think I might do it. I'm just going to deepen up the crease a little bit more. I'm going to go in with my BH number 7, and I'm going to go in with the shade Snatched, which is just like a dark brown. And I'm really going to deepen up the crease, and then we're going to go in with those shades, because that's going to be the best part. Also adding a little bit of the darkest matte brown in this palette. It is the shade Strong. Super beautiful, buildable, blendable. Really everything in this palette is. I've been using it so much lately. Okay, so now that we are to this point, I think what I'm going to want to do here is take the brown matte shade right here, which is, or again, it's not matte. Why do I keep calling it matte? It's because it's less shimmery than this end. It is the Summer Fling end, and I think what I want to do is kind of do like a big cut crease moment where it's going to like take the whole lid, and I want to work my way from the outside in and go dark brown and then pink toward the center, and then in the dead center I want to play with one of these. I'm thinking maybe this one and then this one on the inner corner or something. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far, but that's kind of where I'm going with this. So let's start putting that fun fact to the test. Now, the only thing, I love these applicators. For the most part, they're really good. For what I'm doing, they might be a tiny bit too big. I'm not sure, and I'm also not thinking I want to do like an intense cut crease with this. I want it to be like the gradient that I just talked about, but I think I don't want the rigidity of a cut crease, because I think that might be like just a little too much. So I'm actually just going to scrape off some of this. We're going to try using the applicator first, and we're just going to see. Oh, that's like the perfect color, by the way. That's so stunning. It has such a beautiful, like, light amount of shimmer that it doesn't take away from the deep brownness of the color. You know how, like, sometimes you look at a color and they put either, like, so much shimmer or glitter or something and they, like, take away from the essence of the color. And I love that with this, there's, like, a tiny amount of glitter, but that rich, just chocolate, sexy color is still so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm like fanning myself like, oh God, I love it. So now we're going to go in with the pink shade, which is a Mamacita. And we're going to take that again a little bit closer toward the center while still not being in the center. Oh yeah, that's real pretty. I mean, I guess we are technically putting it over the center. Whoops. And then I'm just going to take my finger and kind of blend that into the dark brown shade. And again, because I don't want there to be like a super harsh cut crease, I'm just taking my finger and I'm very lightly kind of patting it along that area. So that way there's no rigidity, no harshness. Wow, that's really beautiful. Holy cow. That is so seamless. I'm going to go back in with just a tiny bit of the brown shade just to give me a little bit more of it on the outside. I want to make sure that all the colors stay nice and rich. So I just took a tiny little dot and I'm just going to take my finger now and kind of tap that around on the outside and then again on the inside. Wow, you want to talk about dimension? I'm so impressed right now. All right, now for the center of the eye, oh, do I want to go this one or this? See, I feel like this one is going to look way better. So this is the one we're going to go with. All right, we'll find another use for the gold because I don't know. You want to talk about, by the way, testing their layer ability? This will be the third one, like in the center. We're going in, y'all. We testing. So let's go ahead. We're just going to take a tiny, tiny little bit of this and we're going to pop it right in the center. Oh my God in heaven. Oh, I love you. Can I have your little island babies? Like, I'm actually stunned at how much I love this. And I'm just so lightly like patting it around and then I'm patting it out with my finger. Because again, I don't want anything to look super harsh and this color is just so beautiful that and it's so intense that if you leave a line, it's going to show up as a line. So be mindful. I mean, if that's the look you're going for, that's totally fine. Can you imagine this as a liner? Oh, that'd be so pretty. Oh my God. Like if that's the look you were going for, oh my God, that'd be so gorgeous. Wow, that is absolutely freaking Stunsville. I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit more of this pink shade just on the sides of that. Again, to re-blend that in. I don't want to lose that pink color. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny dot on both sides. Blend it down, call that a day. Wow, and here I was wanting to try those kilowatt foils on my eyes. Clearly that went so well. Wow, you guys, and that was so easy. That took like, what, 5 minutes? Oh my gosh. And now what do we want to do on the lower lash line? What do we want to do on that lower lash line? Who said my kilowatt foil can't go on the lower lash line? Not this girl. Ooh, how would that match? Oh, that's a lot. That's intense, Paige. I kind of want to run this purple on the lower lash line. Does that make me weird? You know what? Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? And I love this mirror right here, so I'm even more willing. I'm going to take that BH Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to switch it off here. I picked this up on Amazon. You can get a color switch, which is expensive, or you can go on Amazon and you get it for like $3 because it's literally just a sponge inside of a container. So just don't go paying $1 million for it. Moral of my story. So now we're going to take that BH Cosmetics brush and we're just going to go in, guys. I'm going to take that purple shade, which is Sangria Sunset, and I'm going to start running that on the lower lash line. I know this is probably not the way that you should apply this, but I'm just going to try it because I want a more diffused look. I don't want it to look as intense as if I like swiped it on my lid, you know? So I'm just going to give it a shot. We'll see. Wow, that's really pretty. Huh. I think actually, you know what? I'm going to take that same brush. I'm just wiping it off on my hand. And I'm going to go in with this shade and run it right underneath of that just to kind of further dimensionalize that look. I feel like this is actually really pretty. Applying it with a brush does a really nice job of like toning down the foiled effect and just giving you like a beautiful bright pop of color, which is really shocking. I didn't think that would work that well. Now y'all know this is not a page video if we don't go in with our Royal & Lang Nickel Balm 18 brush right here and go back in with that purple shade, and we're going to smudge that real nice and intense up next to the lower lash line. Wow, that is so pretty. I am actually shook at how much I like that right now. My eye look is kind of like a mullet. It's like business up front and then like party in the back, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, what, and then there's like a party going on down there. Yep, love it. Now I also want to take a tiny bit of this one. This is the rainbow shade, which is so pretty, and I want to take a tiny little bit of it, I think, and go like inner eye area. It's not going to be like my only highlight or anything, but I just want to run it like down here, I think, and give it just a little pop of pizzazzly cuteness. Oh wow, maybe I do want that to be my inner eye highlight. Whoa, that'll get you somewhere, y'all. I mean, let's just do it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Wow, that's so pretty. I did touch a little bit to the inner eye, and I'll probably put like a dabble of highlight on top of that. Wow, that's so pretty. I really like the way that these manipulate. They're so beautiful. All right, well, suffice to say, I love that. I'm gonna do this eye, actually, or should we highlight real quick? Ooh, before I go off camera, should we highlight just real fast? Just like that. No, I can't highlight first because then I have to set my face. Okay, I have to do things in order. Paige, slow your roll. I'll be right back. I'm going to do this eye. Then we're going to come back and then we're going to talk highlight. Okay, I can do this. I can restrain myself. Yeah, I can totally restrain myself. It hurts. All right, so went ahead, got the face all kind of situated. We did go in with some bronzery colors from the Park Ave Princess. I mixed these two right here, and then I do go in and kind of brighten up my under eye and my jawline with these two guys right here. This is a great palette. I've talked about it on numerous occasions. And then for blush, I just went in with, okay, can you guess before I put it on camera? Just take a guess, pause, take a guess. Okay, was it the I'm Not Blushing collab from MAC? My phone is so rude. You guys have seen me use this, I don't know, 300 times or so. It's such a great blush, and I thought it would really match the whole eye look situation going on today quite well. So now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and we're going to spray our face, and we are going to put some highlight on because I need some in my life. So let's talk highlight. What color should I wear? Now, originally, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, my first instinct was none of these are gonna look good. So guess who's gonna be going in with, okay, am I the only one that can't open these mother effers to save my life right now? But I was gonna go in with the regular Killawatt because you know that I'm like a real wearable queen. Then I was like, okay, I think I might be able to pull off some of this beautiful lilac shade right here. Lilac, how do you say it? I say lilac. Oh my god. But then I also thought maybe I could pull off these two right here because they're a little bit more, but I think maybe I might be able to pull those off. So we're going to go in with the Morphe R36 brush. I use this all the time to highlight, and I'm going to dip into this side first. This is Sandcastle, and we're going to see how do we like it as a highlight. There's a car outside right now that is so loud I thought it was a trash truck picking up trash from the yard that is apparently not mine. Oh my god, I didn't spray my face. What am I doing? Paige, you have to set your face. And that was just the MAC gold one. I don't even know what I'm showing you right now because my freaking eyes are shut. Duh. Which way did she go? Which way did she go, George? That's an old cartoon reference. If you're old like me, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now, while my face is a little bit damp, is when I like to apply highlight. So we're going to take some of this. That looks so dark on this brush. Okay. We're just going to pop some of it. Wow. You guys, I barely touched my face. Oh, hell. It is getting after it over here in Page World. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why I'm looking so damn dark on camera right now, but you guys, oh my god. Where's my big ass mirror? I want to like see this in wide angle lens factor. I'm like the worst person. I should not be allowed to highlight. Now, highlights like this oftentimes cause a problem because they look beautiful like this, but then dead on, they'll cause like a really weird kind of dark shade. Another one that does it to me is the, shit, I don't have it right now. The Stila Heaven's Hue highlight, I think it's the shade Kitten. It's this really beautiful like pink kind of color, but like when I turn my head, it turns super dark. So I think it's good that there's a blue in this palette as well, which we are now going to dip into a tiny bit. And we're going to layer on top of this just to see what we think. Oh Oh my God. I think I have a giant strip of blue on my face. That's what I think. Okay. Okay, but why am I kind of living my best life for this? Don't act like you weren't waiting for me to say living my best life. That is so bright and intense. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Let's go in with this brush right here and kind of blend it down a little. Just because I want to tone down that blue. I really didn't think it'd be quite that blue. I am going to go in with the regular Kilowatt, and I'm going to take this shade over here, which is Fire Crystal, and I'm going to put, does that remind anybody else of Fire Crotch or just me? I'm going to take some of that and I'm going to pop it on top of that blue just to tone it down a little bit, because it's, you know, it's very blue. We don't necessarily need that much blue on our cheek. Now, because some of that blue got a little out of control, I'm going to go in with these two powders right here, and I'm going to run them around my face. This is the BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. I love this brush. I will link my BH Cosmetics video up here. This is from their festival collection. This brush fits the contour of my eye so beautifully. Just like under here, it looks and works so perfect. And then I'm just going to take and kind of run these powders down the sides of my nose a little bit just to blend them back a tiny amount. Alright, so next up we are talking about these. These are $32 lip kit bundles right here. So for these collections, again, they are $32. They come in 2 different sets. So for 32 bucks, you do get 3 colors, which I think is awesome. These are described as an iridescent lip luminizer trio. They come in single, bilingual, and ready to mingle, which are these 3 right here. I don't know why I was lifting them so high. Like, preach, sister, preach! And then these 3 over here, which are Snakeskin, Mermaid Thighs, and Vacray. Okay, these are the other 3 right here. I, of course, have swatched them all on my hands, and I'm not going to go through and give them into you individually, but this is the first bundle, this is the second bundle. I was going to, and then I was like, why give them to you individually? You can't buy them individually. I really, really love these, and actually, I got these came into me yesterday, and look at that freaking shine. I was wearing a lipstick yesterday, and I actually put, like, I wiped everything off, I put on a fresh coat of lipstick, and then I went in with this shade right here, which is Vacray. It's so beautiful, and I just popped it on over the lipstick to see what it would do. It was so beautiful. It popped the color in like the pink lipstick I was wearing so beautifully. In the description of these, it says they are a limited edition trio of creamy shade shifting lip luminizers locked with pearlescent color for a sheer wash of island whispered hues. Now that is something I really wanted to bring up, because while these do go on to the lips, they don't claim to be glossy. They have a glossy appearance, but they do not claim to be a gloss. They do not claim to have a ton of pigment. They are sheer, meaning you can wear them alone, which I will show you right now, kind of what, you know, what they look like by themselves and what they look like over a lipstick. So when I go off camera, I will probably throw a lipstick on and then throw these on. As far as the wearability, they're not awful. There's some of them that like I wouldn't personally wear alone, but I might pop them on over a lipstick. So I'm going to show you what that shade Vacray looks like by itself on my okay. Just kidding. My lips are covered in highlight. Where's my little wiper offer? Just so you can get an idea of what kind of sheer we are talking about. They are very, very sheer, but the color they give is so beautiful on top of a lipstick. Now, the reason I'm emphasizing this point over and over is because I'd hate to see somebody buy these and have the wrong expectation. So again, this right here is what it looks like on my lips, which you can barely see anything, but I'm going to put that on over a lipstick and you might have a heart attack. So I'm going to run real quick. I'm going to finish up my face because I look a little bit crazy, and I think that with everything on, I think it'll work nicely. Did I get something in my eye? They look so bloodshot to me. Wow. Maybe I got some of that Kilowatt in my eyeball. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to run real quick. I'll be right back, and I'll give you back some final thoughts. All right, guys, I got everything finished up on. We are good to go. Just real quick, what is on my lips? I lined my lips with the Estee Lauder. This is the 17 Mauve Stay in Place Lip Pencil. I really love this color for anything mauve related. And then in the lips, I went in with Twig. This is part of the new MAC Retro collection. Literally, does that car like live on this road? Like, why you gotta come here and make noise when I'm trying to film? It's really irritating. But let's talk about all these products that I put on my face and how impressed I am with them. I had a very skeptical thought going into this. You guys, I'm sorry for the noise that I now know is in the background because it's getting closer. Like, how are you getting close? What are you, in my living room right now? But anyways, let's talk about these products. And oh, also I am wearing a pair of Demi Wispies. One of you, which are by Ardell, if you're curious, they're just like a really nice light fluttery lash, but I thought that they would kind of pull everything together. One of you clocked me in the comments and said, don't you ever wear fake lashes? And don't you da da da? And honestly, I don't wear fake lashes all too often because I'm a big like proponent and believer in just rocking what you have. So I don't wear them all too often, but I do think they're fun to play with, and I thought that this look could really handle them. So I threw them on because I thought, why not? So those are on my lips. Now we're going to start with the Island Blings, which are these eyeshadow sticks right here that I put on first. I love these. They layered up so beautifully. The color is stunning. If I had to pick a favorite of the two, it would be this one because I love this super intense luminous color. When I was on the website, this is Teeny Keeny. When I was on the website though, the Fenty Beauty website, this one was sold out, I believe. So check Sephora, check back, maybe put your name on the email list, see if it's in stock somewhere. However that works, I'm not sure, but I do really, really love these. I think they are great, and I think for the price too, I think that they're wonderful. Like, they layered up so beautifully. There really is somebody in my living room. It's like they're trying to piss me off, I swear. But overall, you guys, I think these are a great value for the amount of product you get. They are going to last so long, and I just overall, I really like them. I do highly recommend these. You will not be disappointed, or I would be shocked if you were. I think that they're great, and I think they worked great. Upper lash line, lower lash line, inner eye, like they worked so beautiful all over the place. I highly recommend these. Now let's move on to the Kilowatt foils. You guys, these are also really, really beautiful. I love them. I do think that you have to look at them as kind of a creative, more artsy kind of vibe, because obviously if you're looking at these, you're not going to be like, oh, hey, look, a highlight. Like, yeah, that's a, you're not going to want to think that far outside of the box. But the one thing about these that I really wanted to mention, and it goes for all of them, these were so inspiring to me to branch outside of my normal makeup comfort zone. These have inspired me in such a way that I haven't felt in a long time, and it was just such a good thing. Like, I looked at them on the internet and my first thought was, I almost, like within a moment, did not purchase these because I was not feeling it. I wasn't inspired, or I didn't want to. They're not practical. And as soon as I let go of that practical feeling and I let myself just be excited about makeup, that's what these did to me. They made me excited about makeup again, and it was such an amazing feeling. They made me want to do like a makeup Halloween tutorial on like being a fairy or like a water nymph. Like, that's what these did to me because the colors are so beautiful and vibrant and foiled and metallic. I can't get enough of these. They are, I mean, obviously they're not cheap. They are $36 a piece, but I think for what you get, a little bit of this product goes a long way. It is a multi-purpose. You can use it on your highlights. I mean, if that's something you're into and you like all these fun, crazy colors, you can use it as a highlight. You can use them on your eyes. You can even use them as like a lip topper or in the lip area, and they look beautiful there as well. I'm so impressed with this formula, and I really do love this. Now, because I'm not trying to beat no dead horse, I am going to move past those, and we're going to talk about these there's nothing in this box. We're going to talk about these lip trios. Here's a couple things that I know. Number one, they're beautiful. Like, they are straight up stunning. I love them. I do think I am wearing one right now. I don't think I'm wearing one right now. I know. I am wearing the Vacay shade, which is just stunning. Very, very wearable. There are a couple shades in here that are super wearable. So, I mean, if you're looking at that aspect of it, you will not be disappointed. But what I really like about these is their texture and the way that they apply over top of lipstick. I was afraid because these do have such a slick kind of feel to them. I thought they would kind of repel against lipstick and maybe cause lipstick to separate or look kind of funny, or you know how some things are so oil-based that they actually remove the product on your lip? I have that happen all the time, and these did not do that. They're very slick and like slippery and thin, and they feel very like just so comfortable. They're not like a gloss. They actually feel kind of like velvet on your lips, but like a wet velvet. It's such an interesting consistency that I don't deal with a ton, if ever. They're just very, very unique in that sense, and I love that they sit on top of the lipstick without penetrating it, without removing it. They don't fight my lip liners. And again, I did wear that same color yesterday just for fun to see what I thought of it, and it pops so much on like darker colors. Oh my god, the contrast is stunning. So right now it's on a lighter color, and I went a little bit lighter because obviously everything else is happening, and I still feel like it gives a nice oomph, a nice pop, a nice something without being too overbearing. Now, these do not dry down, so keep that in mind. It's not something that in my opinion, you would pair with like a liquid lip or anything, but they are super great. Again, some colors are more wearable than others, but depending on the aesthetic, what you're going for, they make a beautiful sheer kind of a color that is just, oh, they're so beautiful. So that is it, you guys. Overall, I really am enjoying this collection. I love the whole launch. I can't say I don't. I am also trying parting my hair in the center. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my stuff is down in the description box. You should be following me on Instagram, because as of yesterday, I was like, hey, I want to try parting my hair in the center. And I'm having an issue like getting the volume that I need at the top. I feel like I look kind of like a light bulb. That didn't help. But I'm feeling like the volume is the only thing. And I think it's because my hair is used to being parted a different way. I sprayed like 17 bottles of like root boost and like dry shampoo and hairspray. Like I did everything. There's literally the only thing left for me to do is like take the can and physically place it under my hair. Like that's the only option I have left. So I'm going to try and see if I can work with that a little bit more, but I kind of like it parted in the middle. I feel like it's a little chic, a little cute, a little something. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments. And a lot of you have told me over on Instagram that you are loving it. Thank you so much. I'm going to go pop to Instagram right now, show off my look, and get you guys all primed and prepped and ready for tomorrow and looking like this. But you guys, thank you so much all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I love that you guys stick with me through the long videos. You're in this for the long haul, and you're in it for the same reasons I am, which is makeup and fun and cuteness, and I love you for it so much. And I love that you love my weird, quirky-ass personality. It makes me smile so much. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and that's it, you guys. Have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. We went to the island with Rihanna. We come back, we are sparkly, we looking pretty. I don't know where I got the accent from.